Hi, I'm Jacob Haren. Y'all didn't really think I was gonna let you down with these season 2 reactions now, did you? We are officially 1 day away from season 2 of Wait, I almost forgot how I normally say it. We are officially 1 day away from season 2 of High School Musical, the series. It's so funny, I was binging season 1 and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how much I love the show. Feels like a long time ago. Then I watched some of my reactions and was like, this feels like a lifetime ago. I feel like a completely different person. I don't even live in the apartment that I was living in when I filmed those videos, which is kind of sad. I feel like with season 2 coming back, it's like, feels like a homecoming, like we're visiting our old friends again. I cannot wait. I know I've been off YouTube for a while, but like, do not fret. I will be doing reaction videos for every single episode of season 2. It's gonna be awesome. So anyways, believe it or not, I actually have not watched the trailer for season 2 yet because I've been a mess, and I've talked about this on my channel before, but like, I don't love to go like super deep into sneak peeks and stuff because I like to be surprised, but some of you asked me for a reaction video for the season 2 trailer, and I know that we're like hours away from the premiere, but I figured better late than never. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna react to the trailer for season 2, but first, I'm going to do a last minute Cliff Notes procrastinator's guide to season 1. I binged the whole season, I've taken my notes. My hope is to give like a 7-minute recap of season 1 for anybody that didn't have time to watch it, or for anybody that just wants to like remember like the super important details before the premiere tomorrow. Here it is. This is the Jacob Haren last minute procrastinator's guide to season 1 of High School Musical, the series. Episode 1. It's the beginning of junior year at East High. Ricky thinks that him and Nene are gonna get back together after their break for the summer, but psych! She had a showmance with EJ Caswell at summer theater camp. They broke up because Ricky flipped out after Nene posted a video to Instagram of her singing I Think I Kinda You Know, saying that she loved him and he couldn't say it back. Miss Jen, the new drama teacher, is determined to bring High School Musical to East High, especially since she appeared as a background dancer in the original film. There's auditions, we meet our Wildcats, and Ricky shows up late to the auditions, classic, to sing the song that Nene sang to him on Instagram to try and win her back. She's not happy about it, and basically the whole school is gooped and gagged when the cast list goes up. He gets Troy, she gets Gabriella, blah 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 blah. Episode 2! Everybody's causing drama in the drama department. Ricky and Nene are not having it. Miss Jen and Carlos are desperate to make peace between the two of them, and it doesn't work. EJ becomes insanely paranoid and asks Ashlyn to steal Nene's phone, but Ashlyn says, absolutely not. He also pulls out the pretty boy charm to try and bribe Miss Jen into giving him the part of Troy. Doesn't work. Gina cozies up to Ricky with the hopes that he won't quit, which would force Nene to quit so that Gina can play Gabriella. Ricky has a change of heart, decides to give the show his all, and does choreography in the library for Carlos. Nene is super confused and upset and all in her feels and goes in the theater where Ashlyn is there writing a song, and the two of them belt out Wondering and I Live My Best Life. Gina steals Nene's phone for EJ, and the two of them decide to team up. Dun dun dun. Episode 3! EJ starts snooping into Nene's phone, which is a huge boundary violation, and is upset about a voicemail that Ricky leaves for Nene. Nene thinks Gina stole her phone, which she's kind of right about, TBH. And so Nene starts to steal stuff from Gina, which really freaks EJ out, even though he literally stole Nene's phone. Hypocrite. But he has a change of heart and asks Ashlyn to help him write a song to apologize to Nene because apparently he cannot do anything by himself. Meanwhile, Gina continues Operation Gabriella, and Mr. Mazzara starts to question Miss Jen's qualifications as a teacher and her identity. It's revealed that Miss Jen was in fact just an extra in the original High School Musical film. Mr. Mazzara is then super rude to Carlos, but has the smallest change of heart when he sees the full cast rehearsing Stick to the Status Quo, which is a really sweet moment. The power of theater. Tensions get high in rehearsal when Ricky throws a basketball in EJ's face, giving EJ a bloody lip, and then in the bathroom, EJ slips out to Ricky to stop leaving thirsty voicemails for Nene. Nene gives Gina her stuff back, and after a conversation with Ricky, is able to put the truth together that EJ most definitely had her phone the whole time. Episode 4! Nene ends it with EJ, and in the breakup, it slips out that EJ actually poisoned the lead, and that's why Nene went on for Marion, which is still such a gag to me. Anyways, Ricky's parents tell him that they're separating in like the worst possible way ever because they are literally the worst. There's a really awkward rehearsal where EJ has to step in for Ricky and play Troy, and Nene sings What I've Been Looking For as if she wants to kill him. Nene is just super confused, and Ashlyn tells Nene to consider forgiving EJ. Ricky is all kinds of upset for obvious reasons about his parents, and he goes to stay over at Big Red's house, but the jungle noises are a bit much, so he decides to head to Nene's. He ends up at Nene's house to spend the night, and they almost have a moment, which again freaks him out, and so he bails and goes back home. Nene then sings the smash hit of the season, All I Want. Episode 5, Homecoming! Carlos and Seb start to be adorable, and Carlos asks Seb to the dance. Seb says yes. Big Red and Ricky go to homecoming together, and EJ goes to homecoming with Gina because she, quote, has a plan. Spoiler alert, she does not have a plan. Courtney and Nene boycott homecoming and have a girls' night out with Miss Jen, which is weird for everybody but drama kids who weirdly have relationships with their teachers IRL. Ricky's dad and Miss Jen have their meet cute. Courtney continues to live up to her title of best friend by empowering Nene with Born to be Brave, which is also, of course, a simultaneous dance sequence at homecoming, where Carlos is devastated that Seb didn't show up and goes to the dance floor alone in like this super heartbreaking but empowering moment. But in the end, Seb shows up and I cry a lot. At the end of the night, Ricky and Gina bond, and then Miss Jen gets all of these texts because she totally dropped the ball and was apparently supposed to chaperone homecoming and forgot. Episode 6! It starts with a photo shoot for High School Musical. Ricky shows up in a Zac Efron wig, and Seb looks incredible as Sharpay. Miss Jen is in trouble and may be getting fired, so Carlos has to run rehearsal by himself, which does not go well. Ricky serenades Gina and me with a acoustic version of When There Was Me and You, which kind of upsets Nene, who sees through the doorway. And then EJ starts confessing some secrets to Nene, and she's like, okay. There's a drama meeting in Big Red's basement to hatch out a plan of what to do to save Miss Jen. They, of course, decide to do what theater kids do best and sing a song to save Miss Jen, which works! With a stamp of approval from the one, the only, Martha Cox, Miss Casey Stroh. Episode 7, Thanksgiving! There's a party at Ashland's later that night on Thanksgiving, and in the meantime, EJ starts getting addicted to telling the truth, a shocking turn of events for pretty straight men. Ricky calls his mom to wish her happy Thanksgiving, and her boyfriend answers because why? Ricky's mom is the worst. Mr. Mazzara and Miss Jen end up at school together after ditching their Thanksgiving dinners, and they end up helping each other with their respective projects. Meanwhile, at the party, Big Red and Ashlyn start to hit it off, as do Gina and Ricky, question mark? EJ shoves a FaceTime call into Nene's face with Emily, who was Marion in The Music Man over the summer, and this is where Nene learns about something called the Young Actors Conservatory. Carlos pulls out High School Musical, the Choosical. Why do we not have this board game yet? And the drama kids have a blast in like the most pure way ever. The evening culminates in Gina finally feeling like she belongs in a group of friends, only to have this super awkward "can you take me off speakerphone" moment where then we find out that Gina is moving. Ricky throws Buddy in Nene's face. She starts thinking about the Young Actors Conservatory, and then sparks fly between Miss Jen and Mr. Mazzara literally when they fall asleep watching Big Hero 6 and basically almost burn the entire school down. Episode 8! So the fire rips through the theater and destroys everything, so they decide to take the show to the El Rey Theater, which gives Miss Jen some serious PTSD because that's where the original High School Musical film debuted, and it's where she discovered that her line got cut from the film. Nene tells Court about the Young Actors Conservatory, which kind of upsets Court, but then she makes a little phone call at the end of the episode. The El Rey is a disaster and low-key haunted. Ashlyn tells Big Red that he lights up a room. EJ gets super emotional in a tech rehearsal with Carlos where we kind of think that they're gonna have a thing for a second. Nene and Ricky rehearse downstairs where we find out that Nene is Ricky's nickname for her from kindergarten, and they basically all but rekindle their romance until Big Red bursts through the door asking them if they want pizza. Courtney sings an a cappella version of Bop to the Top that we didn't know we needed until we did, and everyone realizes she's fierce. Ashlyn gives Miss Jen some lucky crystals, and Miss Jen hallucinates a song and dance number starring Lucas Grabeel where she realizes after loading in to the El Rey that what they really need to do is go back to East High. Episode 9! Opening night is here, and it looks like the show is going to be total chaos. Court gets bumped up to play Taylor, which she's terrified about. A gorgeous, like, hugely expensive bouquet of flowers arrives for somebody if we don't know who it's from. Nene and Ricky are definitely all about each other again, which is emphasized by all of the slow-mo shots in Just for a Moment. Mr. Mazzara comes in to save Big Red at the tech table. Court goes on for Taylor, and it's a bumpy ride, but honestly like A+ effort for somebody who's never done this before and has like 8 hours notice. Court is thrilled because Gina shows up so she doesn't have to play Taylor anymore, and Gina arrives just in time to do her Fear stance break and stick to the status quo. Stick to the status quo happens. I live my best life. Seb twirls to the floor in the most ridiculous lift ever. So this is apparently a production of High School Musical where the Act 1 finales get you ahead in the game. But while Ricky is suspended in the air, his mom's friggin' boyfriend shows up like 45 minutes late to the show. And of course, it freaks Ricky out. He like gets all up in his head and decides to quit the rest of the show, making EJ Troy because he doesn't want to mess up Nini's chance with the woman from the Young Actors Conservatory. Season finale, episode 10. So Carlos goes on for Chad because EJ goes on for Troy. Congratulations, EJ. I'm hating on EJ so much in this recap. I'm not trying to be shady. I love EJ. Ashlyn sings Wondering and Big Red holds the spotlight on her, which is like the most poetic thing ever. Ricky's mom acts like she's all brand new to being a mother because she's literally the worst. Big Red actually picks up the tech table pretty well and Mr. Mazar is like, yo, you should apply for the robotics club. Gina and Ricky kind of share a moment and she's basically like, you need to go watch Nini just to support her. It's breaking free and in the middle of the song, EJ's finally like, I need to stop trying so hard, like, you just want him to play Troy. Nini pulls out her phone and turns on the flashlight, which totally kills me, brings Ricky up on stage, they finish breaking free, it's magical, it's everything. Then we have the epic finale curtain call with like this real marching band, and Miss Jen gets to say her last line, is that the last apple? It turns out the flowers were actually from Big Red to Ashlyn, which is just like my favorite thing ever. And then Nini and Ricky have this epic final scene, which is like a little awkward to watch now. Ashlyn basically invites Gina to move in with her. Miss Jen and Mr. Mazzara get caught for starting the fire, and Nini gets offered a spot at the Young Actors Conservatory on the spot. But just when you think the season is over, Big Red has the most epic tap credit scene ever. Ashlyn comes out, they kiss. It's totally reminiscent of the Zeke Sharpay moment. I live, the end. That's season 1. So that's it! That's season 1 of High School Musical, the series, and now the season 2 trailer. Which I know that like y'all have already watched, but you can just live again vicariously through me, since that's like the point of this channel, right? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
After the triumph of High School Musical, the spring musical, why wouldn't you do HSMTMTS?
Is that you?
Derek Huff. I'm so excited for this character.
Directing The Little Mermaid.
Oh, a Little Mermaid Beauty and the Beast rival. The Alan Menken Award.
Adorable.
Oh, rude.
Awards for High School
The
Musical
Alan
Theater.
Menken. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting!
Oh.
I got to the Youth Actors Conservatory.
Here we
It's
go.
me, but
She goes to that conservatory.
Born ready.
Yes.
Hello,
Oh, I
Wildcat.
missed. Oh.
To the stuff you know.
I'm a little scared right now.
guys.
Yeah! Yes, Liv! Oh my god, Sophia's dancing.
Impressive.
They have
The set!
Only
Are you joking?
extras.
He's Lumiere!
Sounds
Oh,
like your girlfriend
drama.
wants some space. Let me know if you're looking for one who doesn't. Is this mom
a
with you?
villain. Yes.
It's huge.
Wait, what number is that? Is it like, Be Our Guest?
Meet the
Oh,
best
Beast!
to win.
Oh my god. I'm so excited. Oh my god, and it's literally tomorrow. Okay, so Fred, what are you doing? I'm dog sitting right now. Okay, so Carlos is Lumiere. I think that both me and my friend were right about that, although it's not cheating because I rewatched that video. I cast Carlos in like 3 roles and Seb in 2 roles. What was I doing? I am so excited. It feels like Christmas Eve. So make sure to tune into my YouTube channel tomorrow where I will be uploading a reaction video to the first episode of season 2 of High School Musical, the series. Of course, you can follow me on my socials at Jacob D. Haren. And if you haven't already, please like this video and make sure to subscribe to my channel. We're gonna go on this season 2 journey together. I absolutely cannot wait. Y'all know how much I love your comments and I try to respond to everybody. I cannot wait to talk about this season with you all. If you don't know me, you do now. I'm Jacob and I'll see you tomorrow for the premiere of season 2 of High School Musical, the series.